Okay, guys, Jesse Dyson here. Latest and greatest updates. I'm pretty certain by now that even if you're not completely awakened to what all is going on right now in your world and in the whole world, you're at least starting to kind of see some things that make you say, "What was that?" or "Why did that happen?" or "What's really going on?" There's plenty of examples. I'm sure that you can come up with at least a couple. I hate that I have to do these videos like this and further push for people to think. I really give humanity a lot more credit. Usually, civilization, people, individuals. But at the same time, there are so many people that have either chosen, like in their mind, to believe that everything is status quo and everything we're going through right now is just a cyclical normalcy with civilization, with issues we're dealing with. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but there's a huge percentage, and I'm not talking about 25% of people that are still doing their 9 to 5 routine and thinking that in 3 weeks they're going to go on their vacation, and that they're still planning for that birthday party next year, and whatever it is that you got going in your life. I know that we all have to continue living, and we all have to continue existing. But there is a major undertaking that has been going on for a long time. And right now we're just starting to get... So, as an analogy, right? You plant a seed and it takes a little while before it comes to the surface and you see what you planted. Well, the same thing has happened here in America as well as over the whole entire globe. And the seed planters were the bad people. The Bill Gateses, the Dr. Fauci's, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Joe Bidens, the Mitt Romneys, the Dick Cheneys, the Bushes, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the Lex Wessners, all these big, huge names. Those are the guys that have been planting the seeds, and they started a long time ago. Right now, we're just starting to see that little baby come out of the soil, and it's there. It's enough for everyone to see, but you got to open your eyes to it. If you wander through your yard and you're looking for trash, you're not going to find this little sapling or this baby coming out of the ground, right? So you got to open your eyes to what is possibly going on. Kind of similar to when you're looking for a new car. If, say, the next, your dream car, or the car that you're looking at getting is I don't know, let's just say a Ford truck, an F-150, a new one. And you go to the dealership and you see it and you're like, man, that's the one I got to get right there. It's that black F-150. And it's a 4x4. Well, the next thing, for the next couple of weeks, while you're making that decision on where you want to buy or how you're going to get it, where the loans come from, all that, it's going to seem like everywhere you look, that truck is driving by. And you're like, golly, everybody's got this truck already. Well, that's what happens when you open your eyes and you become awakened to what's going on. You start to really notice things. If you still sit back and you act like, oh, the news is normal, everything's normal, everything that we're living through right now is rational, logical, normal, you will never see it. And that's what's happening with so many people. That's why so many people are choosing to get this shot. Not vaccine, shot. Okay? I don't care what shot it is that they're telling you to take, recommending you to take, or telling you that it's an absolute emergency you've got to take. If you choose to take it, that proves that you are closed off and you are not paying attention to anything. For the simple fact that A, it is not FDA approved. It is under an emergency use approval. Emergency use. That was a declaration created by the powers that be to be able to use things like this to force it upon you by alert. Because everybody knows when there's an alert or a red flag or a huge, oh gosh, oh, we all got to go do it. We got to follow what the government says, because It's a emergency declaration. Oh my gosh. Let's go do it. Everybody, get jabbed. How's the jab working out for you? Did you get sick? Are you still getting sick? Do you have issues? Are people around you getting sick? Are you getting sick at a weird time? Do you think it's just allergies? Is your stomach screwed up? Are you bleeding abnormally? Women, how's your cycle? I'm not saying these things or questioning things like this because I want to or because it's fun for me to talk about. I'm questioning these things for you to think about and question, because these are all side effects of this thing. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning. If you think what you're experiencing now falls under what they call side effects, you're still closed off. Open your eyes, open your ears, and start looking for the sapling coming out of the ground, because it's there. I promise you it's there. You have chosen to be blind, and that's okay, but now it's time to wake up. Now it's time to wake up. Wake up. The event that was talked about a year and a half ago, the global event that is right on the cusp of happening, is literally going to happen within the next, it may be within the next 2 weeks. It could be sooner. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be terrible. And everybody is going to be forced into submission, scared for their lives, thinking that the world is over. It won't be. This is a big, huge, false flag, mass population awakening event. Okay, it'll be like the Bay of Pigs, the Cuban Missile Crisis, DEFCON 20 status. Okay, I mean, like 1,000 times worse than anything we've ever been through, especially for those that are 50 years old or younger, because we haven't been through anything serious in reality, really. We've been through fake wars and shit, but not real in your face, not sirens going off and the National Guard in your neighborhood saying through megaphones, stay in your homes, do not come out, blah, blah, blah. We've never been through all that crap. You know, that was yesteryear, a long time ago stuff. We're way beyond that shit, right? Way beyond it. Are we? No, we're not. We are not beyond it, and it's coming. It is coming very, very soon. I implore you, if you watch this video, please do some research. If you think I'm some sort of lunatic or somebody that's trying to incite anything other than you to think, open your eyes, do some research, then I'm sorry, that's not my intention. My intent here is to wake you up, to just think, question, ask, look, research, check things out. Question. If you got the shot, start tracking the issues you're having, because you will find that many people are having the same issues you are. Be ready. I'm telling you, be ready. I've been saying this now for over a year, but we are right at it. It's happening right now. It is going on right now. Right now, before your eyes. That plant's growing. It's getting taller out of the ground. Are we going to go out there with the weed eater and cut it? And then take a shovel and dig that root out and get rid of it? Because that little seed that they planted was not a beautiful rose bush. It was not a gorgeous hibiscus. What they planted was, I suppose, tantamount to bull nettle. They planted like the worst thing you could plant. These are bad things. And what's coming out of the ground right now is just the tiniest little particles, just to show you a little bit. Do you want that nettle to grow all the way out so that when you're walking out through the yard looking through trash, boom, that nettle hit your leg? I don't think so. You ever been hit by bull nettle? Do you know what it is? Look it up. It's not fun. Maybe a bad analogy, but nonetheless, still relevant. We are right in the middle of this, and it's just now starting to get real for a lot of people. The jab is just the beginning rollout, okay? The COVID-19 shit, the bullshit they pressed, how dangerous it was, how bad it was, that was just a sampling. Just a sampling. And that was an experiment to see how well we followed orders and listened at the simplest levels. was something that had a 99.9% survival rate for the whole population of the world. And further than that, had like a 78% chance of not even affecting you unless you were immunocompromised already. The next, if they have their wishes, is going to be MERS. And MERS has a 60% mortality rate. 60%. That means that 40%, only out of 100% of people, 60% will die. 40% will survive. But in that 40% that survive, what is the percentage of people that you think that will be affected to some degree? Would it be 10, 20, 30%? I don't know. But that's the next level. That's where we're headed. Okay? That's where we're headed in this genocide event. They are trying to deplete the population and create robots out of everybody by implanting you with shit that either kills you or creates a robot out of you. Okay? Metaphorically. It kills whatever is in your brain that makes you think like you always have thought, so that you think the way they want you to think. Fall in line, follow the herd, or be disposed of. You think this shit's not real. You think it's not real. You need to look. Open your eyes and look. How else do I say it? How else do I say it, guys? How else do I open your eyes? Do I need to come by and knock you in the head with a piece of wood? I mean, what is it? What is it going to take? What does it take for you to open your eyes? Stop watching the news. Turn your TV off. It will do nothing for you. It will create bad in your mind and make you follow the herd even more. Because it's Operation Mockingbird at its finest. It's in full effect, and they will just continue to indoctrinate and make you believe all sorts of crazy shit. Stop watching. Get off of it. Do not listen to anything that the government says at this point moving forward for indefinitely. Indefinitely. From this point forward, do not listen to the government. They are completely, first of all, they don't exist. We do not have a functional, operating, effective government. There is not a government, okay? FEMA is in control of our country right now, and they're only just maintaining. They're not fixing, making things better, any of that stuff. They're only controlling and maintaining. DC is a prison, if you haven't noticed, it is, and military tribunals are being carried out in the White House. The White House is not where the president stays anymore. DC, if you know anything about our country, is not part of the United States. It is foreign territory. And they've even put huge fences around so that they can show you that, hey, it's now a prison. You cannot get in and you cannot get out. Everything you watch on TV shows you CGI, fake, actors, bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Keep you like this while they're over here working. Stop watching the news. Get off. Stop listening to what you think your government is telling you, because it ain't your government no more. The government does not exist. Everything you're hearing about, legislation, acts, rules, laws, blah, blah, it ain't real. It ain't happening. None of it. It's a farce. It's only happening if you believe it's happening. But ain't nothing really happening. Why do you think the whole world seems like it's in chaos? Israel just got bombed. Now they're attacking Gaza. I mean, the Colonial Pipeline just got hacked. The pipeline that goes from our northeast all the way down to Texas, to the Gulf, that just got hacked. And now the fuel that comes from there to here and here to there and all that stuff is now stopped. Done. So what's going to happen next? Fuel shortages. Huge lines. Remember the 70s? That was fun. Lining up for hours. Only going to get fuel on equal or odd days. Or even or odd days. Stuff like that. Next, food shortages. You think that blocking of the Suez Canal was like just a chance happening? It wasn't created conveniently for this purpose? Goods couldn't be transported. How many ships were locked up for a week, 2 weeks? How long does it take for that trickle effect to come down to us and affect what's on our shelves? because 98% of what we use and buy and use to sell with our businesses comes from what's in those container ships from that area. Since we've created this whole, basically we only import, we don't export, right? So all of our stuff is imported now. We don't do anything here for ourselves, not in any large capacity anyway. We've let this go on, and I'm sorry to say it, baby boomers, but you guys allowed this to continue, or allowed this really to go on, because you were so focused on making money, because it was so easy to make money during your generation and have businesses and just become filthy rich. You allowed all of the legislation, you allowed these people to come in, entrench themselves in our government, pass legislation that screwed future generations, and you did nothing about it. It is your fault. There's no reason to really focus on that, because at this point it doesn't matter. What matters is moving forward. How do we move forward? Okay? What are we going to do? We, the people in our community that are not indoctrinated, that don't watch the news, that know the shit's going down, need to organize immediately. Immediately. Get together. We need to get together and be prepared. It is almost at our front door. It already is with the jab, but the worst things, the bad things that are really coming, we need to be ready for it. Have you started talking to other like-minded people and collaborating with them on what you're going to do in the event that something really does happen? Because it's going to happen, just a matter of time. But we, the people, have more power than anything in the whole world. We, the people of America, are the strongest group of people in the entire world. We, the people, civilians, are stronger than our own military. If we all collectively got together, we could take back our country now. But so many people are too scared to jump, take action, do anything. You've got to be ready to do this. You've got to be. You've got to open your eyes. You've got to start talking to people around you. Right now is not the time to focus on the things you focused on yesterday. Today it's time to focus on fixing this problem that we're in, this major, major issue. We'll talk soon.